Hello everyone and good afternoon. I am Florence, the organizer, and welcome to our webinar on how to collect and structure data for predictive models with David, our CEO and R&D manager. So please note that this session is recorded, and at any given time you can raise a hand or send messages through the chat or question sections of your panel. And I'm turning the presentation over to you, David.
Thank you very much, Florence, and welcome you for this webinar about data collection and data structuration. So we are going to begin. I'm going to remove my camera. By a short presentation of AQUILAB. So Aculab is a French SME which develops and markets advanced software solutions to improve the quality in cancer treatment. So our first activities is the quality of medical device with our RT-scan solution. Then we also work in the improvement of medical expertise with RTView software, which is dedicated to plan preparation and evaluation. We are also mainly involved in quality of clinical trials to better evaluate new strategies based on the Shareplace platform, which is our web platform that centralizes and analyzes imaging and radiotherapy data. And this is this platform which is used also in data collection. So we will go more in detail during this webinar. But AQUILAB has also a strong implication in the training of radiotherapy professionals with online contouring tool dedicated to education and workshop organization. So I was talking about the Shareplace platform. So Shareplace platform is a web-based platform which is originally dedicated to manage imaging and radiation oncology clinical trial. This platform is a full web platform, securely accessible from anywhere with a secure HTTPS connection. And it is full DICOM RT to manage image and RT treatment that we currently use in radiation oncology. So this platform is already used in many projects, and a lot of users are using this platform for managing clinical trials. Connected to this platform, I was talking a bit earlier with the RTView software. We can connect to the platform our RTView expertise review software to review plan in the context of RTQA, for example, or we can also connect RTView to review image to do some RECIST analysis on follow-up image, for example. And but there will be another webinar today. Some of the data can be also extracted directly. And on this platform, we can also propose our independent expert to review the plan. So based on this platform, we see that we collect a lot of data in the context of clinical trials, and all this data will be very important in the development of personalized and predictive medicine. Because in this context where we want to define some predictive model, we need a large database, and of course we need also structured data to be able to be analyzed. Data on the profile of the patient, that means clinical information, imaging, for example, but also which treatment has been delivered. So, for example, the radiotherapy treatment and the dose delivered to the different organs, but also the follow-up of the patient. So, what about the tumor control, the toxicity, the quality of life? And all these data will permit, in the context of big data, to define some predictive model. So it's very important to have this kind of database and to structure the data in this database. So what we currently propose in AQUILAB Share Place platform to try to structure and to analyze this data. First of all, we can collect, of course, all clinical data based on specific form, but also connected to eCRF. For imaging, I will give you a short demo after. We have a specific web uploader where we can upload data, DICOM image in the platform. And what we do is we anonymize this data, of course, based on the identification of the patient in the study. But we also modify the series name in order to structure all this data when we want to do some analysis after. For example, all the series will be CT planning, for example, and it will be very easy to know exactly which series will be used for a typical analysis. For radiotherapy data, and it is a main concern, especially if we have studies with different countries, is to harmonize the structure names. So we have a module which automatically rename the structures in order to have access, for example, to the lung, no matter where the data are coming from. For side effects, we also have a model to do the CT-CIA grading, to have something also structures in terms of side effects. And for the patient, we develop a patient app and a platform called Patient Place to be able to structure also the patient reported outcome based on a quality of life questionnaire. So then when all the data are structured in the platform, we can then transform the data for data mining. So some of them can be used directly, like the clinical data, the side effects, or the patient reported outcome. But for some of them, we have included some transformation module in the platform. For example, we have a radiomics, analytics radiomics model, and based on the image and the structure, the DICOM structures, we can calculate all sorts of image features, like the size, the shape, and all the radiomics features currently used. And also to those, but you can have also access to another webinar especially dedicated to this analytics dose, which is a model which is using image structures and dose to be able to extract on the patient all some specific dose features. And then all this information can be included in a heat map to do some data mining. So you see, very important to separate the data capture, the data structuration, and the data analysis. So just to show you quickly how it works, for example, on the platform. Here, for example, I have my different patient in my database, and I want to upload some radiotherapy data. So I have to upload the CT, the RT structures, the dose, the plan. So I simply take some drag and drop information from my patient. We can also install some connector with the packs, but here I just do a drag and drop. The system locally recognizes the patient, so it's Patrick Newell. So of course the patient is not the real name of the patient. You have the birthday, the ID, and you select what you want to upload in the platform. So we have anonymization, which is done locally to be sure to have some anonymized data in the platform. Then everything is compressed. So here we send 128 images on the server, and we've done that for the CT, for the dose, for the plan, and for the structures. So just wait a moment for sending this information. So this step is very important because having anonymization done locally and automatically, we are completely sure that we will not have any patient information in the platform. Okay, so last series is the RT structures. Okay, everything has been sent. And now you see here you have the CT, the dose, the plan, the structures. And you have on the right here all the name of the different structures in the DICOM file. So it's a French file. So you see poumon droit, poumon gauche, multiple poumon, multiple lung, in fact. And so when you want to do some data mining, it will be very difficult to know which one to use to extract some information. So here what we do is that, for example, if we need to have the heart, we make an association with the cœur, and then the name will be, we name, in fact, and then when we will do some data mining, we will have only to use the heart for all the patient. So I can validate this, and everything will be sent to the platform. So if I look at the results of that, that means that I have my plan. So I have my CT, which has been renamed in CT planning, my dose, my structures. And you see that in the DICOM RT structures, the first structures has been renamed. So you have exactly the structures you want for all the patient, and all the other ones are not removed, but they only tag with unknown. That means that if after you want to use again these structures, you can do that. So very simple to structure, for example, this DICOM RT information. So before the end of the year, the platform Shareplace will become OncoPlace because it is mainly used now to collect some data. So we will have new data collection module. We will have the connection with the patient-reported outcome with the patient place platform. We will be able also to integrate some non-DICOM images like video, where we can tag also the video and remove patient information. And we will also be able to include some new marker like a blood biomarker, for example. The platform will have analytics functionality like extraction of radiomics feature, calculation of those features, or calculation of survival analysis. So there will be a specific webinar on the calculation of those features. And in the next future, we will have some integration of data mining tool to be able to analyze all this information. And just to finalize, just an example of a project we are working now. This one is a European project, and the objective is to define some biomarker to make a prediction of side effects after radiotherapy. And for this project, for example, we need to collect and structure a lot of data. So, of course, we have the radiation oncology data. So the image, the contour, the plan. But in OncoPlace, we will have also genetic data, microRNA, transcriptomic, and other data that will be used to do the prediction. So we are more and more involved in this kind of project to be able to secure and structure all the data. Okay, so that was that quick presentation on what can be done on the platform. Of course, if you have any project or any need of more advanced demo information, do not hesitate to contact us. We will be more than happy to organize another meeting specific for you. Thank you very much. And Florence, I don't know if you have some question from our panel, or?
Yes, there are a couple of questions actually. The first one is, how do you store the data that you collect?
In fact, we proposed the solution, but we have a close correlation with the health data provider, which collect the data from a very secured way, also for RGPD. So everything is done on health secure data server.
Okay, thank you. And the second question is, can we customize the analysis of the data?
Yes, of course, we can customize. For example, if we take the module for dose extraction, each user can define his own templates of what you want to extract from the data. So you will have more information in the other webinar, which is dedicated to that, where we will see exactly how we can customize the extraction of the data to analyze on all the patients.
Okay, thank you. And that's it for the questions. Thank you very much for attending.